Hey, I'm Eric Kennedy, and this is a peh-CHAHK-cha presentation about what I learned in the summer of 2007 working at IdeaTree Design. IdeaTree is a student-created and run startup design organization that helps student teams engineer design services for nonprofit organizations. It's currently located in Olin College's business hatchery, the Foundry at 1795. After working full-time for 10 weeks this summer at IdeaTree, my co-workers and I drafted up 12 lessons that we had learned over the summer. I've done a bit of cutting and combining to get these 9 lessons you see here. They range from group dynamics to entrepreneurship 101, and each contains a bit of life experience to back up what's hard to comprehend in a classroom. To begin a trend here, I'm going to start with the math-science analogy. Newton's first law states that an object in motion or rest stays that way unless acted upon by an outside force. Well, it's much the same way with people. Enthusiasm is perhaps the most key component of any startup, and it's this willingness to plow through anything ahead, be it good times or bad, that's so essential to creating an enterprise. Being in the business of design, one of the things we found exciting was the book, The Art of Innovation, by IDEO founder Tom Kelly. Before we all came to Olin to work, each of us read this book about the nation's top design firm and how they succeed by becoming more like a creative playground than the corporate wasteland. It got us excited to think that we could be doing things in this same field. To continue my trend, here's another math-science one. Calculus and signal theory aside, what I have come to realize is that your current level of excitement often depends on something as silly as your last phone call. If it went good, you're happy. If it went poorly, you're in the ditches. Excitement bounces up and down from day to day and hour to hour, but progress is something that is more steady and gradual, and progress is what really matters. Now, motivating people is hard enough in a regular business, but over the summer, none of us were even getting paid. How then does one keep morale high even in a volunteer organization? Well, for one, stir imaginations. Any good employee should have one, and there's little more satisfying than the idea of future success. It might even be worth the wait. But why wait when you might have something now? Having tangible products and services, even if tangible means a document or website, is a good thing. Temporarily resting on your laurels will get spirits up and ready for the next big challenge. The caption here, which is getting a little more ridiculous, depicts the satisfaction of a solid business plan. Finally, show growth and progress over time. Though this caption takes a self-deprecating approach to showing growth, there's a certain rewarding aspect to seeing your venture grow. You might think of stirring imaginations as looking to the future, having tangible deliverables as focusing on the present, and showing growth over time as reflecting on the past. If the state of the last phone call has a serious effect on your attitude, asking for money is where it all really kicks in. Everything is on the line when you ask for money. Entrepreneurs are really in the business of being told they have terrible ideas 9 times out of 10, at least when it comes to asking for money. Otherwise, everyone loves the idea. But once you get over this fact, you're 9 or 10 times better off. Between asking for money and the whole excitement versus progress thing, it's a safe bet that entrepreneurship can mess with your mind. It's hard, but often necessary, to take a step back and get the bigger picture on things. Fortunately, the summer with IdeaTree did pretty well. Though we worked full-time, it was only one season, and we even won a few grants along the way to help us out. Team size is always important in a startup. During the spring, we had 10 people involved with the project. That was a huge mistake. With 3 people involved over the summer, we made decisions more efficiently, but arguments were never the best. 3 is, after all, the smallest number in which one person can be excluded. So with 3, it's important to have a mediator and not alienate 1 versus 2 in arguments. In his book on software development teams, The Mythical Man Month, Fred Brooks makes the argument that projects are less efficient as more people get added on. He cites communication channels as a major reason for this. Though our team was too small to apply to his model, it certainly is true that communication can waste a ton of time, especially explanations and catching people up. Audacity is a virtue. What is audacity? I'm not referring to audacity in the sense of being rude, but more in the sense of being bold. Acting like you know what you need, and acting like you're going to get it, even if it is a bit crazy. The picture shown here is over 21 square feet of goals written out on a whiteboard on the first day. Did we accomplish all of them? No. Was it worth doing? Definitely. Audacity is really about getting people to remember you and your venture. Though I usually hate to bring up hip-hop lyrics in PowerPoints, Mike Shinoda had it right when he said it's 100% reason to remember the name in the chorus to his hit song, Remember the Name, on his EP entitled Remember the Name. Notice a trend? Great, let's move on. Above all else, know what the purpose of your venture is. Every goal should be tied to that primary purpose in some way or another. Ask why you chose what goals you did. Also, choose goals efficiently. Trying to decide what tasks should be is not a hard-to-find task, so it's easy to get distracted on it and waste tons of time. Try to maximize efficiency by choosing efficiently what to do. One of our professors at Olin College talks about a design meadow, the place where you go while brainstorming possibilities that's unbounded by technology or feasibility. In a sense, there is also an entrepreneurship meadow, an area where your imagination can let you create any business you want. It's goals that help provide the focus to bring this meadow back down to sea level. Alright, now I've reached the final lesson, budgeting for pizza. The gist of this is that it's worth making your job into something you love. Preferably, start with something you love and then make it into something you can support yourself on. Pictured here are 4 speakers from a design conference that we attended over the summer. They founded and worked on the companies and organizations listed here. They took what they were passionate about, be it design or development, and made it into a career. Work is better when it's more akin to chilling with your friends, doing what you'd do if it weren't called work. If you can pull that off, you've got yourself set. So I'll throw in a bit more about IdeaTree Design. We are an all-student organization based out of Olin College of Engineering in Needham, Massachusetts, and we want to use our abilities as engineers to start making a positive difference in the world. You don't need a degree to do that, after all. We choose to make our difference through socially conscious design. You can find out more information by emailing me or visiting the website, which is probably actually in various states of disarray. Feel free to drop me a line with comments or questions. As a pecha-kucha presentation, this is obviously only cursory, and, to be honest, I could go on for as long as you'd listen about all the things I've learned. But for now, time's up. Thanks for listening.